What is considered fasting when we talk about intermittent fasting for women? I'm Marissa Fay. I'm a hormone and gut health expert for women. I help women reverse and reduce their symptoms with natural methods and actually feel better. It has been a minute since we have talked about fasting, particularly intermittent fasting here. And if you've been hanging out with me, y'all know I am not a fan of fasting for the vast majority of women. And this has a lot to do with our differences in hormones from men and the fact that most of the research on fasting has been done on young men. But I'm noticing a new trend, and I wonder if you're seeing this too, where there are women talking about fasting who are in roles like mine, who are functional nutritionists or healthcare providers or things like that. And they're teaching women to do intermittent fasting. But what they're teaching is to fast for 13 to 15 hours. Y'all, this is a gimmick, because if you think about the average woman, most of us are stopping eating for 12 to 13 hours anyways. Like from when we have dinner and then go to sleep and then wake up and have breakfast. For example, I know for me, my last meal is usually 6 to 7. And I wake up at 7 a.m. and I eat something by 8 a.m. So that means I'm fasting 12 to 14 hours. This has gone too far. Are you understanding what I'm saying here? And yes, I do advocate that women take a break from food for typically 12 to 13 hours, depending on what's going on with your hormones. There are, however, situations where that window needs to be much smaller, and that just depends. I can't give you a broad recommendation, but it is something I teach in the Balanced Hormone Blueprint to my students who have particular types of hormone imbalances that will benefit from that. What I'm really saying is, why do we have to give natural rhythms of our bodies a name? The natural rhythm of our body is to not eat for 12 to 14 hours potentially. And that to me is using a marketing term like intermittent fasting in a way where it's sneaky, you're not meaning the same thing, and it's kind of weird. It just doesn't sit with me. And I'm really curious what you think about it. How you feel about somebody calling not eating for 12 to 13 hours, which is probably just a very natural rhythm that you have, intermittent fasting. Let me know in the comments.